One writer described it, for some people it becomes a magnificent obsession. And for you and I, maybe it doesn't need to be that dramatic as a magnificent obsession. One morning at breakfast, shortly after I met him, he said, "Jim, let me see your current list of goals and let's go over them and talk about them." He said, "Maybe that's the best way I can help you get a better direction started." And I said, "I don't have a list." He said, "Well, is it out in the car or home somewhere?" I said, "No, sir. I don't have a list anywhere." He said, "Well, young man, that's where we got to start." He said, "I can tell you right now, if you don't have a list of your goals with you," he said, "I can guess your bank balance within a few $100s, which he did. And that got my attention. I said, "You mean my bank balance would change if I had a list of goals?" He said, "Drastically." That day I became a willing student how to set goals. And sure enough, learning how to set goals changed my life. And I often wondered why no one had ever taught me how to set goals up until age 25. I went to high school, but if they offered it, I missed it. I went to college for a year, never heard it. I worked for Sears, and to my knowledge, Sears never taught it, right? How to set goals. So here I am, age 25, married, my family's starting, I've been to college, I'm working, and I still don't know how to set goals. But fortunately, when I was 25, I met the man who taught me how, and it revolutionized my whole life. Economically, socially, personally, it's incredible.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Would you say you have your life together? Whether your answer is yes or no, I think you'll be able to gain a little bit from today's great video. Jim Rohn is a motivational speaker who, when he was the age of 25, was penniless. He even lied to a Girl Scout and told her that he couldn't buy any more cookies because they had so many at home, because he didn't want to tell her that he only had $2 in his pocket. John had become disgusted with himself, which is where he began to seek out help. This set up a mentorship with a wonderful man named Earl Sheff. Within 6 years, John had literally changed his life and was a millionaire. So how do you make this kind of turnaround in that short of time? Jim mentions that none of the major factors in the world or in his outside life had changed. The only change came from within. He started by creating a list of goals and then working toward them each and every day with 5 simple principles that he would change something small and stick to it. He did that every single day. By doing the smallest thing continuously, the larger things became easy with time. Finally, John said that he had a day that changed everything, and it involved these 4 factors: disgust, decision, experience, and resolve. John was disgusted with where he was in life. He made a decision to change that. John looked for new experiences to learn new ways to be successful and achieve his goals. Finally, he had to have the resolve to make sure it happened by persevering through struggles, failures, and trials. And while this may not seem like anything but very simple advice, when implemented successfully day after day, each little bit adds up to a complete change. It did for John and his legacy. Hopefully, his advice will help you tap into the same thing that he did and change your path in life forever.
You'll change philosophy, not country. You can turn around your income, you can turn around your bank account, you can turn around your skills, you can become capable, powerful, sophisticated, healthy, influential, all the other equities that you could possibly want out of your life, using the only stuff there is and not trying to change any of this stuff. Appreciate all of this stuff with all of its ups and downs, with all of its mystery of why it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Don't challenge this. You don't have to ask for another planet. You don't have to ask for another country. Just ask for another book. Ask for another seminar. Ask for another idea. And you can start this whole process of personal life change. Now, I could spend the whole day on philosophy, because that's where it is. If I could get you intrigued with that enough to study it, enough to ponder it, to where you would pick up the commitment like I did and say, hey, as simple as an apple a day, as simple as a walk around the block, why not start right there? If you don't start there, where else are you going to start? Might as well start where it's easy, and then go to the more complicated discipline. Big problem. I haven't got $2 in my pocket. Now, I'm a grown man. I live in America. I've been to 1 year of college. I'm married. I've got a family. And I don't have $2 in my pocket. And I didn't want to tell her that. So I did what I thought was next best. I lied to her. I said, hey, look, I've already bought lots of Girl Scout cookies. I've still got plenty in the house that we haven't eaten yet. And she said, oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. And she leaves. When she leaves, I say to myself, I don't want to live like this anymore. I mean, how low can you get lying to a Girl Scout? That's about as low as you can go. But I promised myself that day I was going to start my search of finding opportunity, finding somebody who could teach me and coach me on doing much better for myself and for my family and for my future. And shortly after that, I met a most extraordinary man, very wealthy, but a friend of mine said, "You gotta meet this man. He's rich, but he's easy to talk to. He's got a unique philosophy of business and life." And the more he told me about this man, the more I said, "I've got to meet this guy." And shortly after that, I had a chance to meet him. Sure enough, when I met him, I was impressed. Obviously, he was rich, but he was friendly and easy to talk to. And I said to myself, if I could just get around someone like him, and if he would coach me, I would be willing to learn anything. I'd love to be like him. Well, my good fortune was he invited me to join his company, and over the next 5 years, my dream came true. He coached me and taught me how to turn my life from pennies to fortune. And he's not alive anymore, but I'd like to pay tribute to him one more time, Mr. Earl Schoaf, for the dramatic impact he had on my life, especially during that 5-year period. And so my whole life turned around. I made my fortune by the time I was 32, starting at age 25. Some of the ideas that I want to share with you today came from that 5-year experience.
Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, we would ask that you would please subscribe to the channel and give us a like down below. If you want to see more videos, then please click the bell icon and you'll receive notifications every time we post more motivational content. Have a great day.